So in this video, we'll look at the data types present in Python and discuss about mutable and immutable data types. Also, we'll look at list, tuple, dictionary, and sets in detail. Before beginning our video, if you've liked this series till now and haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified. So, as I've told you before, there are 5 major types of data types which are present in Python. First, number. Second, string. Third, list. Fourth, tuple. And fifth, dictionary. Also, we have Boolean and set data types which are present in Python. We've already discussed about number and strings in detail, so we'll look at list, tuple, boolean, dictionary and sets. Firstly, let's discuss about lists. It is one of the most used data types in Python. It is an ordered sequence of items. List, as the name suggests, it contains a list of values or items. These items can be of any data type like number, string, or even another list itself. It is represented inside square brackets with the items or values separated by a comma. Like the syntax will be the variable is equals to square bracket open, item 1, comma item 2, comma item 3 and square bracket close. For example, we can declare a list like if A is equals to 10, comma 5.5, comma hello. Now, since they are an ordered sequence of elements, each element in the list has an index like 0, 1, 2. We can get any value from the list similar to how we used to get it from a string like A1 is equals to 5.5. The value 5.5 will be displayed. Also, A1 colon 3 will get the result as 5.5 comma hello inside square brackets. The result is in the form of a smaller list. Also, A0 colon 3 colon 2. So the result will be given as 10 comma hello. As we can see, 2 here is the gap value, which is similar to the gap value as we've discussed in the second video about strings. Alright, lists are a mutable data type. In a simpler way, we can see it like the value of its elements can be altered. Like A1 is equals to 20. So now if we display A, the result will be 10, 20 and hello. This is not possible in strings because they are immutable. Also, number data type is also immutable. Alright, now let's see tuples. These are the same as list. The only difference is that tuple is immutable, meaning tuple once created cannot be modified. They are represented inside parentheses or normal braces like A is equals to 5.5, 10 and hello inside normal braces. We can fetch any item from the tuple in a similar way like that from a list like A2. It will give the value as hello. Also, since they are immutable, we cannot modify its items value like A1 is equals to 5. Now this will generate an error. Now let's see about dictionary. It is an unordered collection of key value pairs. What that means is that they don't have any index values assigned to its elements. So we have a key for each element in the dictionary. The key should always be of an immutable data type. Since the key should not be modified, string, number and tuple are immutable data types. So they cannot be assigned as a key. Also, the value can be of any data type. They are represented inside curly braces and the basic syntax is variable is equals to inside curly braces key1 colon value 1 comma key2 colon value 2 and so on. We can see that the key and value are separated by a colon. For example, A is equals to 1 colon hello comma hi colon 20. Here 1 is the key for the value hello and hi is the key for the value 20. We can fetch the values using their key values like A1 inside square brackets. It will give the value as hello. A hi inside square brackets. It will give the value as 20. Dictionary is also a mutable data type and hence its value can be altered like A1 is equals to yo. Now if we display A, it will give it as 1 colon yo comma hi colon 20. Alright, so now look at sets. They are unordered collection of unique items. They are also represented inside curly braces, and they can hold only immutable data types. They hold only unique values, and same values will not be repeated. Like the basic syntax can be variable is equals to item 1, comma item 2, comma item 3 inside curly braces and so on. For example, a is equals to hello, comma 10, comma a tuple which is 3, comma high, and they are all inside curly braces. Since sets represent an unordered collection, hence indexing has no meaning, which means we cannot index the values like 0, 1, 2. We cannot assign those, and the slicing operator, which is square brackets like a, 2, will generate an error. Sets are also mutable, and they are mostly used to perform various set operations like union, intersection, etc. on two sets, like a is equals to 1, 2, 3 inside curly braces, and b is equals to 2, 3, 4 inside curly braces. Now if we write a dot union and b, it will give the result as 1, 2, 3, 4. We can see that set a and set b combine together and only the unique values are retained. Also, if we give it as a dot intersection and b in bracket, it will give the result as 2, 3 inside curly braces. In intersection, the common elements which are present in both the sets are retained. We also have something called as frozen set, which is an immutable version of sets, like variable is equals to frozen set and iterable in its bracket. Iterable here can be a list, tuple, string, dictionary, or a set. So if we give a list like a is equals to 1, 2, 3 inside square brackets, and write b is equals to frozen set a and display b, the result will be frozen set bracket inside curly braces will have the values 1, 2, 3. Now this is a immutable version of a normal set, which means we cannot alter its value. Also, we have Boolean data type which are true and false, like a is equals to true, like b is equals to false. Here the t and f are capital, which is important because Python is a case sensitive language. They can be used to perform various conditional operations or any other operation like a or b, it will give the result as true. A and b, it will give the result as false. Now these are all the data types present in Python. Let's look towards mutable and immutable data types in detail. Mutable data types: list, dictionary, set. Immutable data types: number, string, tuple, boolean, frozen set. To simply put, mutable data types are those whose values can be altered after creation, and immutable data types are those whose values cannot be altered. So let's consider an immutable data type which is integer and a mutable data type list to understand this properly. So we give num1 is equals to 10 and num2 is equals to num1. So the value of num1 if we display it is 10 and the value of num2 if we display is 10. Now we give num1 plus equals to 2. This is the shorthand notation which we have discussed in the previous video. So it will give the value as num1. If we display it, the value will be given as 12, and when we display num2, it will be given as 10. So we see that num1 is an immutable data type. So it refers a different object to take the new value, and num2, which was referring the previous object, points to the same, and it does not point to the another object. So it does not take the value 12, but instead retains its original value, which is 10. Now we do it same for a list. List1 is equals to 1, 2. List2 is equals to list1. So now we display the value of list1, it will be 1, 2, and list2 will also be 1, 2. Now list1 plus equals 3. Now the value of list1 will be 1, 2, 3, and the value of list2 will also be 1, 2, 3. We can see that the value of both list1 and list2 changes when we append an element to list1. This is because list2 points to the same object as list1, and lists are immutable, so they can be altered, and list1 refers to the same object even after its value is altered. We can also use a function called id to get a unique integer value for every object and compare it for different values of the variables. Remember that almost everything in Python is an object. Objects are nothing but instances of classes, which we'll discuss later in the series. Alright, So that's it for this video. Like the video if you like my work. Please support the channel by subscribing to it. Also, don't hesitate to comment if you have any doubts. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we'll discuss about functions in Python and how we can convert one data type to another data type. Also, we'll look at the type function and input and print in detail.